Hello, I'm going to go over a few problems for you, Corey, from the lines and the coordinate planes unit, and these are some of the problems that I see that you're having difficulty with. Please excuse my amateur setup here. This is my kids' whiteboard in their playroom, and I'm going to do my best, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing since we were unable to use Wimba Classroom. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to find the slope of a line given 2 points. So find the slope given 2 points. So I'm going to give you the point -2, 2, and 8, -3. When I'm given 2 points and I'm asked to find the slope, I like to label my points to begin with. I have my first point here, and we have the x and y coordinates, so I'm going to label this an x1 and a y1. I'm going to come to this point and I'm going to do the same thing, x and y, but it's my second point, so I'm going to label that x2, y2. Okay, you'll see why that's important when I give you the equation here. Slope is represented by m. So m equals y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So now you can see from my labels exactly where those points are inserted into the equation. So my y2 is a -3 minus y1, which is a 2. My x2 is an 8 minus my x1, which is a -2. So I'm going to go ahead and do the arithmetic here. I end up with a -5 over, I'll make this plus a positive, whoops, didn't mean to put a mark there, a 10. So -5 over 10, I do want to go ahead and reduce if I can, gives me a -1/2. So my slope of the line that goes through these 2 points is -1/2. So that's one of the types of problems that you will see. Another type of problem using the same equation might have an x in place of one of these coordinates, but you're given the slope and you have to find what x is. So let me draw a line here so the two problems don't run into each other. We want to find x given the point -2, 7, and x, 6. So we want to find that x. And with a slope with m equal to -1/3. I'm going to start off the same way I did this problem at the top by labeling my points. This is my first point, and I have an x and a y, so I'll make that x1, y1. This is my second point. I'm going to go ahead and make it an x and a y, but I'm going to put a 2 next to it since it's the second point. And I already know what my slope is. Same way I started the top problem, I'm going to do the bottom problem by writing out my formula. M equals y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Okay, this time when I substitute in, I'm going to make kind of an arrow here. I'm going to plug in the slope because m is equal to -1/3. So let's start off there. And that equals, now I'm going to plug into this part of the equation. y2 is 6 minus y1 is 7. Well, I can already look at the numerator and say, you know, this is true. This works out. But now let's look at the bottom. We're going to have an x in there that we have to solve. So x2 is x minus a -2. I'm going to go ahead and make this plus a positive. So basically, I need to solve this part right here in order to know what x is. So I'm going to take 3 equals x plus 2. And I'm going to solve that by subtracting 2 from both sides. And so x equals 1. So I was able to use all the information from the first type of problem and do the second problem type and find x.